In a small village on the outskirts of Varanasi, there lived a young man named Raghav. He was known for his joyful spirit and kind heart, always willing to help those in need. However, life had not been kind to Raghav. His father had passed away unexpectedly, leaving him to care for his ailing mother and two younger siblings. The family's small shop was struggling, and bills were piling up. Raghav worked day and night to keep the shop running, but it seemed like every day brought a new challenge. Customers were scarce, the roof leaked whenever it rained, and his mother's health was deteriorating. He felt like he was drowning in responsibilities with no one to turn to for help. One evening, after closing the shop, Raghav sat on the steps outside, staring at the moonlit sky. His heart was heavy, his spirit broken. He felt as if life had trapped him in a never-ending cycle of hardship, with no way out. He buried his face in his hands and wept, feeling utterly lost. As he sat there, an old man with a long white beard approached him. It was Master Pavan, a revered Zen monk who lived in a nearby temple. The villagers often sought his wisdom, believing that he possessed a deep understanding of life's mysteries. Raghav, Master Pavan said gently, placing a hand on his shoulder. Why are you so troubled, my son? What burdens you? Raghav looked up, his eyes red from crying. Master Pavan, he said, his voice choked with emotion. I don't know what to do. Life keeps getting harder, and I can't find a way out. My family's depending on me, but I feel like I'm failing them. I don't have the strength to keep going. Master Pavan nodded, listening with compassion. Life can be challenging, he said. But do you know what Buddha said about suffering? Raghav shook his head. He had heard of Buddha, but didn't know much about his teachings. Buddha taught that suffering is a part of life. Master Pavan explained. It's like a river that flows through our existence. We cannot always control the river, but we can choose how to navigate its currents. The key is to find peace amidst the turbulence, to accept what we cannot change, and to focus on what we can. Raghav listened intently, absorbing Master Pavan's words. But how can I find peace when everything around me is falling apart? He asked. Peace comes from within, Master Pavan replied. It's about letting go of the need to control everything and embracing the present moment. When you focus on what you can do, instead of what you cannot, you free yourself from the weight of expectations. Buddha taught that suffering often comes from attachment to outcomes, to desires, to things we cannot change. When we release these attachments, we find clarity and strength. Raghav sat quietly, contemplating what Master Pavan had said. He realized that he had been trying to control every aspect of his life, burdening himself with expectations that were beyond his reach. He had been so focused on solving every problem that he had forgotten to appreciate the present moment and the simple joys it could bring. Master Pavan, Raghav said, his voice softer now. How do I let go of these attachments? How do I find peace when I'm surrounded by so much uncertainty? Master Pavan smiled gently. It starts with gratitude, he said. Even in the midst of hardship, there are things to be thankful for. Your family, your health, the roof over your head, even if it leaks. When you focus on what you have, rather than what you lack, you begin to shift your perspective. You find the strength to face each day, one step at a time. Raghav nodded, feeling a glimmer of hope. He knew it wouldn't be easy, but he was willing to try. He began to practice gratitude, finding small moments of joy in his daily life. He appreciated the warmth of his family's company, the taste of simple meals, and the beauty of the night sky. With time, Raghav's outlook on life began to change. He no longer felt overwhelmed by the weight of his responsibilities. Instead, he focused on what he could do, tending to the shop, caring for his mother, and supporting his siblings. He let go of the need to control everything and found peace in the present moment. Raghav's journey wasn't without its challenges, but he faced them with a new sense of resilience. He remembered Buddha's teachings and Master Pavan's words, finding strength in the knowledge that suffering was a part of life, but it didn't have to define him. By letting go of attachment and embracing gratitude, he discovered the path to inner peace and healing. And so, as Raghav sat on the steps outside his shop, he no longer felt lost. He knew that life would always have its hardships, but he also knew that he had the power to navigate its currents. Buddha's wisdom had shown him the way, and he was determined to keep moving forward, one step at a time.